Hello there. Today on Mental Detox with Dr. May, I'll be talking about how to use consequences. This is the concluding part of how to use rewards and consequence. If you've watched the part of rewards, now we are talking about how to use consequences. In our last episode, we talked about using reward. Today, we'll be discussing how to use consequences. I'll be concluding the rewards and consequence episode. Number one, create a few simple and clearly defined rules and consequences. The truth is that you don't have rules and you do not have the consequence. If you have rules, you must also have the consequences that match each of these rules. So what I'm simply telling you is to create those rules to be very simple and clearly defined. Children have a hard time understanding a long or complex list of rules, and there's no chance for success if they don't know what the rules are. So make them simple, clear, and well understood. Number two, always follow through. The threat of a consequence will quickly become meaningless if the consequences never actually happen. It's tempting to feel sympathetic and let your child off the hook, but this will lead to more problems down the road. So please, if you have clearly stipulated rule and if the consequence that comes with it, ensure you melt it out. Yes, sympathy is good, but on the long run, the repercussion is heavier. Number three, don't overdo it. Many parents have a habit of dishing out extreme consequences when they are upset. You know that you beat, you slap, you slam, you do all manner of things. When punishments are too extreme, parents often let their children off the hook once they have cooled down or when the punishment becomes too inconvenient for the parent. For example, having to monitor the child all day. You get tired. For how long will you continue that? There's no follow up, so don't do that. This tells your child that the consequences are not serious. You made something so big, you scream, you flog, you beat, you do that, and when you are calm, you're like, what did I do? So I'm going to let the child off the hook. So the next time the child see you shouting, bringing the roof down, in his or her mind is like, when she's calm, she'll let me off. So at the end of the day, work done, zero. Number four, it's okay to be flexible. You want your child to do the dishes, right? I understand, but they are in the middle of a video game. Instead of telling them to do the dishes right now, raise up your hand if you are the type that always do that. Instead of telling them to do it right now, give them a reasonable time frame. Try this, for example. I need you to finish doing the dishes within the next hour. How would you feel if you were watching your favorite show and your partner demanded you do the laundry right now? You are going to throw a fit. So the children, because they are your children, they may not be able to scream back at you, shout back at you and all that. Just give them a reasonable time frame. I want these dishes done the next 1 hour. So whatever they think they are doing, they know that they have to do those dishes in is when they don't do the dishes in 1 hour, then you can, bring on board the consequence of not doing that. Number five, take away privileges. Removing TV or phone privileges can be very effective. However, avoid taking away things that are beneficial for your child. If your child calms down by playing guitar or they strive for good grades so they can play on the basketball team, don't take those away. Please avoid taking away those privileges that are beneficial for your child. Number six, never use corporal punishment, shaming, or humiliation as consequence for your child. Children who receive corporal punishment, including spanking, learn that violence is an appropriate response to their problems. They tend to be more aggressive with other children, and they carry this into adulthood. Shaming and humiliating your child can irreparably damage your relationship and cause significant distress. Discuss. Let them know these rules. Let them know the consequence. But by the time you are shaming them, humiliating them, shouting, beating them, flogging them, no, they're going to learn that that is the way out, and they can use it on other children and can grow into adulthood with them. Number 7, don't give up your leverage. If you take away everything, there's nothing left to take away. Don't put your child in a position where they have nothing to lose. Don't put your child in that. So please ensure you do what is right. Number 8, sometimes it's better to ignore bad behavior than to punish it. Children may purposely use bad behavior to get attention. Even negative attention is better than no attention. If your child's behavior isn't dangerous or destructive, it's okay to ignore them until they stop. Some people like us, you shout, they are screaming, they are hitting. I know that there's nothing dangerous around, that they are going to fall or hit their head, or they're just looking for my attention. I'm just going to sit pretty, put a headset on, and that's what I'm going to do. When they see that this mommy doesn't have that time, most times they behave. Try that. It works for me. I don't know if it works for you, but if it doesn't, of course, we have already talked about a lot of consequences that you can use. Number 9, choose your battles. Daddy, mommy, aunt, uncle, teacher, concerned citizen, choose your battles. So your child has picked the clothes up off the floor and put them in the dresser, but the clothes aren't folded neatly. Let it go. Ask yourself, is this problem really that important right now? Because some of us are like, you will fume. Why is it not folded neatly? Why didn't you put it in your wardrobe? Why is this? Why is that? You just get tired, exhausted, angry, and all that comes with it. Rest. Breathe. He has done, at least picked up the cloth. He has folded it in a way he or she thinks is the best and left it. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Remember, whatever you do is progress, not perfection.